Once again, I have gone live intentionally without everything fully being set up for the stream. What that means is it gives me an extra second to get centered, sort out. In this case, I think it might have been the last case too. I need to get the chat window always on the top of my my interface so that I can see it and interact with it while Snap is open without alt-tabbing. Now that said, let's begin at the beginning. It is 7:39 p.m. Pacific Time, January 4th, 2025. And this evening, we're going to be doing a little bit of Infinity Conquest. Stream Manager, yeah. So I need to... Now I'm going to narrate what's going on as I do what I do. I stream on my primary desktop computer, and the setup that I have is an ultra-wide monitor, critically one ultra-wide monitor, and that makes streaming pretty hard, or at least it requires some extra steps. If you got multiple screens, you can do interesting things with. Oh, hey Matt, how's it going? I'm actually just setting up the chat window now. I just happened to look over. And so because I need to do all this business, I need to... Oh, that's not the right keyboard shortcut. Control Windows T. We got the window always on top. Move it over here so it's not in the way of stuff. Minimize the OBS software. And yeah, I think we're about good to get started. For clarity, well, I guess first of all, because some settings have changed, I will ask as we get into the game, how the audio levels are, both my mic, the music in the background, and the game itself. And congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers for figuring their shit out and scoring a touchdown. I do think that oh, very good. I'll just turn that down a smidge. I think Cincinnati's going to win this football game, and it is what it is. So right now, by way of landscape, I come to you today having completed battles 1 through 3 on this particular Infinity ticket. Excuse me, I have been running the exact same list for a couple of weeks now. I'm not changing a single thing, and I do not think that this is a particularly good list right now. However, critically, particularly for Conquest, particularly for Infinity Conquest, you need to be really familiar with your deck, and so I'm not changing horses midstream, as it were. And yes, I believe this is the exact Airship list I sent you. And I just kind of got lucky and put in some hours. I honestly probably have more Infinity tickets than I have time to complete them all. I think I got 8 left, and I've already burned through a couple. And I'm at the point now where, certainly you want to win. I love winning and getting more medals and stuff, and I guess more avatars are fine. But I've done it 20 times. I have 20 avatars, and I have all the ones I could ever really need. Like, even if I was able to move those around, I wouldn't move a single one, maybe 1 or 2, to a different avatar. That said, I certainly wouldn't mind getting our friend Shadow King here, Pixel Shadow King, that is to say, Infinity bordered. So we're just gonna get after it. We're getting after it. Good luck, everybody, but especially me. And notably, for those in the crowd that are unfamiliar with the Infinity Conquest, you actually do not need to use the border that you intend to upgrade until the final game. But I just put it on earlier, so I just have a sense of these things. All right, my opponent, infinite player, 20k collection level. I don't know if this has changed, but in a lot of cases, I'm going to turn the music down a little bit more. It's hard for me to walk and chew gum at the same time. In a lot of cases, opponent snaps. Here. I don't think I want to retreat here. I do not have a particularly attractive hand. However, 2 Quinjets is a really attractive thing. Well, that said, you know what? I'm not adding a ton of power. I am going to retreat. That is on the margins. That's maybe a little bit extra cowardly. I'm going to give my opponent a little bit of respect. As I was saying, I believe there's an inverse relationship between how tight the matchmaking is tied to your MMR and how far down the proverbial conquest. Oh, it's a move deck. Okay. Move-esque deck. And so when you play Silver Conquest, you're like matched against the good folks. And all the way up through Infinity Conquest, that's not good for me, and my hand is doo-doo anyway, where like there's no matchmaking at all is the last information that I have, which is to say, we'll do this. Often your opponents in Infinity Conquest are very, very high collection level, and many times they're not. I guess we probably Scarlet Spider here. And so my opponent has, I wonder how much this actually screws him up. This might screw him up a bunch. My opponent has, does that screw me up because of the throne room? A high collection level and has been infinite. And so sometimes you play some really, really big underdogs. And, yeah, I don't love this. I'm getting out of here. I maybe could squeak it out, but this thing is my opponent is going to give him some respect. If it was a doofus, or a known doofus, or a known underdog, I might play a little bit differently. But no sense in risking it unless I have a very powerful hand anyway. Got some leeway. Him having Cosmo is good to know. So my hand is not very good curve-wise, but these are some good cards kind of at the end of the game. I am going to stay here for 2. He can't... like, that's pretty good for me. I'm not going to snap back or anything, but there is actually an argument for that. Do a little of this. Oh, damn. Screwed me up. Now, notably... there's a real argument to me snapping back here. I'm not going to do that. On my way... I actually don't know how this interaction works. I think it maybe dies. Well, hello, Luxy81. Welcome to some Infinity Conquest. There's an argument here to... Alioth Doom or Doom Alioth. I like getting Doom out now. I'm almost certainly going to have priority. There's maybe even an argument to me snapping back here. I just do not have enough information about what my opponent is playing. Kind of want to snap back here. I am going to snap back here, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to snap back here as I evolve my thinking. My opponent is not bad at this game, and I have an edge right now. He might be able to beat me, and he might beat me, and I'll look very stupid. But I am ahead enough right now that him staying is a mistake. There's not, like, extra cards that he can pull out in the next 2 turns that result in, like, an obvious win. So the thing I guess we're most... kind of generally scared of in this situation is a Magneto. a Magneto. If Magneto's right, and it lives, he wins. He wins mid and right. But that said, there are other shenanigans he can try and pull on Hala. And I can only play one card here, critically. So the argument here is to play my own Alioth here. I think that this is the play. And if he plays Magneto right and it lives, that's fine. It is what it is. I have so many tickets. No, that feels like I probably won. Sorry, Dave! Victory. I would have looked pretty stupid if I had Alioth right. But that said, Magneto right was a possible, if not even likely, play. Probably could have calculated the odds of him having Juggernaut and all this stuff. Well, Doom 2099 is pretty good. I actually do not know off the top of my head how... we're all playing Snap. What I need to have happen now is to get Doom 99 without having it... what is the word? Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I don't want that to happen. That's kind of the only way I definitely lose this game. That doesn't feel great. Opponent drawing some cards. But fortunately, I am going to have priority, which means that my Doom 2099 is... Oh, that's extra good. My Doom 2099 is not going to be blown up by a Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And move decks, I think, have to do a fair amount of work to get bigger than what I'm about to put down. Oh, Debris I don't like. Debris I don't like at all. Unfortunately, I have Killmonger in this deck for this very same reason. I didn't think that he was doing Clog stuff as well, and I really don't like that appearing in that spot. It's all very bad. Now, that said, Scream is a cool card, and Cannonball gives me some cool things to do, depending on what happens here. Notably, Doombots in Onslaught Citadel get... oh, Titania's going back on his side. Yeah, Clog move doesn't feel awesome, but I'm in an okay spot. I don't like him seeing what I'm about to do, though. So I have to play into Lemuria here. The thing is he going to do some kind of move shenanigans? Like, if he does Juggernaut, for example, that puts me in an awkward position. But that said, I just have to Cannonball. I have to Cannonball here. And notably, I have a bunch of games to knock him out of the thing. But this is not a favorite matchup. I put Killmonger's like innate unique tech in here because Junk Clog just wins. So I'm expecting Juggernaut. Oh, well, that's fine too. Now that blows up my Cannonball, but critically that also opens up a spot there. Giganto's a pretty good card. I think we're just going to Giganto and grip it and rip it, as they say. Things that I think that could happen is a Cannonball right. Cannonball right doesn't win, I don't think. Does it? Cannonball right actually might win. Cannonball right might win. Because it kills a Doombot, if I play a card there. This actually might be the play. And this beats, I believe this beats Cannonball. Because what'll happen is the Doombot will move left. He'll get out of reach mid, but then I'll be able to make a bot on the right side and stay ahead. I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but this is what we're doing. And that should do it. I think I win on tiebreaker here. Feels good. Feels good. Now, if I just stick back and analyze this here, Giganto left would definitely have also won. But I think that this was just the safer play, because I was almost always going to win left, and I really needed to get right and, or I should say win right. And actually, my opponent never showed a Cannonball, but that simply has to be the last card that we haven't seen on his deck. In his deck. Well, cool. I've never gotten, I mean, I might be jinxing myself here, I've never gotten an Infinity Avatar on stream. I've always been too uncomfortable and gun-shy to try it. I did, I believe, once go through this and then lost the 5th match. But that was the only time that had happened. And again, because I have so many tickets and I have to go through them, and I've already done this 20 times now. Like, I don't care. I certainly want to win, but if I lose, it's not going to be a devastating blow like it would have been kind of early on in the career. For my first one, I don't know the number, but I would have paid a pro, because I would not have considered myself a pro at that time. I would have paid a pro some amount of money to do it for me. And that sum was probably a healthily large number. I needed that first Infinity Conquest Avatar. Infinity Avatar. And whenever I got it, a lot of that pressure went away. So, alright. Oh, Loki's a cool card. My opponent running, tragically, an infinite player. Let's see. He's running... Brood is actually a pretty cool card. Running some kind of, perhaps Sarah Surfer. I don't know what... I have some fun choices here. Used to buy leveled up characters in WoW. Like, at this point, because I just didn't know if I had the ability to do this, and it was just beyond me, I was ready. I was ready for it. So I will almost certainly be legioning here. Not here, but legioning here to screw up. Like, whenever I play Legion the turn after this, all of his 3-drops are no longer 3-drops. They become 4-drops. But we'll see. Oh, maybe is that Sebastian Shaw, perhaps? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that makes it a little bit harder. But I'm still gonna turn it into Symbiote. Now, do I... There's a couple alternative lines. I'm really, like, picking this one really shuts some other stuff out. What I can do is, like, Absorbing Man and get some copies there. I really think that this is the way to go and screw them up. I don't think that this deck runs any kind of Shadow King. And I have the ability to Juggernaut on the last turn to screw some stuff up. This is on the margins. I don't know enough about my opponent's deck or their skill or what is about to happen. But I think that I'm going to mess him up here enough that I'm comfortable snapping here. Yeah, then, like, his Galacta value is gone, his Sebastian Shaw value is gone. I don't know if he runs away to kill a 22-power symbiote in the middle, but he's going to need that in order to win. Okay, opponent has Killmonger. Good to know. I don't know how much I care or not about priority. I'm certainly going to play Mockingbird Sebastian Shaw this turn, and then maybe have Juggernaut absorbing man shenanigans next turn. But I do not know exactly where to play these things. I think that this is maybe the most likely landscape here. The thing is, I do not know if this deck runs Shang-Chi or Shadow King. That's the real how do you do. Well, Galacta would have been a cool thing to... So I need to win 2 lanes here. And the thing is with Sarah, I'm worried about him filling stuff up. I don't think he has Brood. I think we didn't reshuffle the stuff, and so I know for a fact that... Oh, he's just retreating. Victory. Well, we know that he didn't have Shang-Chi in his hand there. And I don't know how I feel about Sarah Surfer. The cool thing about Sarah Surfer is I don't think it generally has a lot of counterplay, which is cool. But it can get pretty powerful, so we'll see how I'm able to hang tough here. I don't know. The point is, I don't know if I am favored or not. I've got my own Surfer. Question for the folks in chat. How you guys doing? How's everybody's evening? Do you have a good New Year's? You can answer some, all, or none of these questions. Onslaught is a cool card if I can pick up a Doom 2099. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, how... Okay, so... How do I want to do this? I think maybe... Maybe something like... Oh, I guess yeah, the positions are getting swapped, so I have to be a little bit cognizant of... I guess I do kind of like this. Spread it around. Behold my mighty hand. Yeah, his Brood is gone. Red Guardian's nothing. There's Galacta. Do I have priority? Behold my mighty hand. No, he has priority. So, I'm guessing that I'm going to see Sarah here. Guessing he's going to do a Sarah on the left, and Leader's pretty cool for that. But I do not know my ability to get over the top. We'll see. This is the play. Yeah. Got myself a big ol' Sarah, but he's got Galacta on the board, and I am not adding a ton of anything here. So Cosmo's cool, I guess. I can maybe do some interesting things with Cosmo. If I were to guess, he's going to do a Sebastian Shaw middle. I think I'm comfortable... I'm only adding 3 power to the right. I'm only adding 3... Oh, wait. No, I guess I'm 5 power. I'm adding 5 power to the right. That's really thin. Kind of want to hang out for 1 cube. Or do I think that he... I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. I think that there's a very good chance that I could... Escaped. I could Red Guardian the Galacta. But, and maybe that is the right play. The thing is, he's going to be surfering almost certainly not in the left lane. And so that would be just a 50-50. So I guess the argument there would be I could Red Guardian the Galacta, add a little bit more power there, and then Cosmo mid. I don't love it. I think that there is permutations where I win there, but I think staying is incorrect. It's just too close and based on nothing. And I have Legion to turn off Limbo, so that's cool. I don't know if I've shown my Legion. No, I have shown my Legion. That's how I beat him that first game. Mockingbirds a cool pickup. Now we're going to play the Sanctum Sanctorum game. See who gets a little bit luckier here. Helkin, it is! It is... Oh, God, it is... The legend cannot get Spider Island to work. Well, that changes the math a lot. Kind of even want to snap here. I would have liked that to not go there, but we'll see. I kind of like Eliath Legion, and do a little bit of a boomer snap here. Guessing this is Sarah. Yep. Left, please. Fuck. Now, this gets a little silly. We're just doing this. My opponent plays around it, great, but the longer we stay in here, I want to get full send. Helkin, how are you doing? I don't normally stream at this hour. So who knows where all these cards are going to go, because his card left is not going to stay left. So I think I probably win here. I certainly would want the bot middle. I think I'd win a tiebreaker. Yeah, or grilled cheese kind of thing. Woo! Woo! Saw the line, played it, it was nice. But I also got very, very lucky. You guys do not see a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the Arisham that I do. I've played more Arisham than perhaps... I wouldn't be surprised if there was 10 or fewer people on planet Earth that have played more Arisham than I have. And you brick a lot of the time. You just have doo-doo a lot of the time. And when that happens... Alright, so my opponent snaps. And I kind of want to snap back. Because I'm going to be playing Doom, and I can make Legion do things. I am not going to snap back. Because, like, my opponent's feeling very confident, and why not feel like I could bide my time here a little bit. I have to be aware of Red Guardian stuff. My opponent has Red Guardian, and isn't afraid to use it. What is that? Ah. He's got his own... well, I was going to... turn off Isle of Silence. But he's got an Onslaught here, and I wonder if he snapped because he's got himself a Sarah in hand, and he's going to be able to dump everything. I mean, I can't... I'm not going to win if I make everything Isle of Silence. So if he has Red Guardian... my opponent has priority, so this is a bummer. If he has Red Guardian, I think we're just cooked here. But I think this is the play no matter... Oh, Brood right? Legion left, then Lady Deathstrike, then Sarah. I mean, that is an argument. I mean, think about this. The thing is, Red Guardian just beats me. But I do kind of like this. I do like this. Now I like Goliath Legion. The question is, what order I do these things. So I could even Legion mid so they get Sarah value. My Doom bots are ongoing. I can never do that. Like, I lose so much power. I don't think that that's the right play. It might be, but I don't think that it is. So I'm guessing this is going to be a naked Sarah on the right. In which case my Goliath is going to have more value next turn. Now, that said, a naked Sarah on the right is terrifying. He's going to be able to afford his entire hand. He's Gwen-pooled it. I guess I should have maybe snapped back at this point. I don't know. What is that? Oh, see, he does not have Surfer, so that's good to know. And notably, I mean, I'm not gonna... Goliath is the play. You don't actually have to do one card per turn. It's legal to play multiple cards if you have Doom 99 down, but there's no other line here that 2 cards make sense. My Copycat is just... Well, the Copycat is a surprised amount of power on the right lane. Now, hang on now. Is there an argument there? I'm adding a surprise 6 in the right lane. And if I'm him, I'm going to go strong in 2 different lanes. I think that this is the play. And I hope that... I think he's going to go big right and mid. And I hope that my Doombot goes mid and that's enough points to win. But it might not go that way. We'll see. We'll just send it. Oh shit, maybe I need my bot to go left. Or am I just cooked? I think I might be cooked here. Yeah. He played all but one of his cards. Now, could I have won that with another line? Interestingly enough, I needed a Goliath and a Doombot to just kiss middle. And my right lane was always going to be... No, I don't think I had a single play line there that would have allowed me to win. Oh well. I'm glad I didn't snap back. At multiple points in that match, I thought about snapping back. Here's Doombot again. I really, 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 really like to have another play on turn 1 or 2 when I know my opponent has Red Guardian. You need to have some kind of defense. That said, I have a pretty good rest of my hand. I think I'm just going to snap here, and if he has a doo-doo hand, it's on him to stay and win. Sorry about the Steelers and the Russell Wilson. Oh, so we're in it. If I win this, I win, and if my opponent wins this, he still has to... Oh, well, 0 is a play, but then that does not work for my Doombot, tragically. Or my Doom 2099. I'll do this. And I can do interesting things with Legion on the Vault. The thing is, I think it's just so likely that he's going to play Red Guardian on me. Yeah, if I win right, we're good. But also, if he Sarah's on 5, he wants to have an explosive turn 6. And if I can just turn that off for him, as I would like to do, we're in good shape. But there's a lot of ways that I lose this. So this really just comes down to if he is about to Red Guardian on the right, I'm cooked. And the fact that he played that right made me wonder if he, like, this is what that means. And that said, there's no way to play around it. I'm just trying to think of if this does die, what is my alternative line to win the game? Like try and win the other lanes. I think we just do this. And that's probably Red Guardian. Fuck. That's bad. Now that said, oh, not strike. If he's gonna play Sarah, I think this. Oh wait, no. If he plays Sarah, he might play it right. In which case, this loses. No. Yes, it does. Shit. You don't think he's going to Sarah on the right? Because he can't get anything... Shit. He wouldn't Sarah on the left. He wouldn't Sarah left because he can't get any bigger than that. I don't know. Maybe we do this. If he Sarah's right, I'm going to feel very stupid. But if he Sarah's left, then this just wins. And I think... 12 and 11. Oh wait, no, this. Yeah, play 0 after. Yeah, this is maybe enough. No, of course, because it's no longer that card. I'm sorry. I was thinking that would remain the Baxter building. God damn, that's a dumb thing. Oh, I don't think his deck runs Jeff. Does his deck run Jeff? I'm going to feel pretty stupid if his deck runs Jeff. Yes! Yes, ladies and gentlemen! You were here first. For Nate's very first on-stream Infinity Conquest victory. Never happened before. This is my 21st avatar. My very first one on stream. That feels really good. And my opponent played well. I don't think I can't think of a single mistake that they did. Yes, that's good. And Pixel Shadow King is really funny. Pixel Shadow King is really funny. So what I want to do now is take a screen. What I do is I take screenshots of this, and like for my own, like Infinity Conquest were so my white whale for those first couple of months that it's now like even after doing it 21 times, I'm like, oh my god, this is like it's so big deal. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I'll take a screen. Well, the only mistake for them, Helkin quote, the only mistake for them is they never tried playing around the Legion. That's a couple things there. Thought number one. It looked stupid that they didn't do that. Thought number two, something that Binks talks about a lot that I really take to heart, particularly as somebody on the other side of this equation, is when your opponent is playing Arisham and you have two play lines, one of them is really optimal, but loses to a specific card, and your suboptimal play line plays around that specific card that the Arisham player could have, you cannot and should not ever assume that your Arisham player has, or Arisham opponent has that card. It's just unlikely. They consider like how many times did I draw Galacta in that match in that whole series, or I didn't think I saw it once. And then the thought after that is my opponent never played around Legion. I don't think that they should have played around Legion. But every friggin' time I had Legion. So it's unfortunate for them. However, I am just particularly chuffed that I got my on-stream thing. Now, what I'm attempting to do now is take my screenshot without like screwing up the stream. I don't think that is an issue here. Like exposing my credit card numbers kind of thing. That's so cool that I was able to do that on the stream. It also reduces the pressure, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a minute. Let me save this. Save this picture. My Dropbox. Snap Feet 21, we'll call it. Hell yeah. So exciting. So this... Set that as a favorite. Oh god, I still have 9 tickets. This season, I think I had 12 Infinity tickets. And I lost one, and I lost one, and then that one was just a win. And I have this outrageously strong urge, desire, need inside of me to use all of my Infinity tickets by the end of the month. Of course, it's you should. Like, I'm not saying that there's really any argument against it, but it just takes so much time. It gets so sweaty. Like, I still have 8. Just all these other tickets. And so 9 is so many tickets. However, now that I have done one, particularly on stream, the fact that I got a victory alleviates this. If I decided to go on vacation tomorrow and didn't use any of these 9 tickets, it would be dumb, but I would feel I'd feel okay about it because I had gotten this win just now. Gonna start playing fast and loose. How can we always play it fast and loose here? Just kidding. It's just we're already doing it a little bit fast and loose because I'm just running this stupid Doom 2099 Arisham deck that I don't think is even that competitive in the meta. I'm just really comfortable with it. Let's switch the avatar to the one we just won. Feels good. I like to do that. Let us also take a moment to look at I think it's 21, right? Yeah, 3 and 7. These are my Infinity avatars. I've not really talked about them publicly, but let's do that now. The ones that I am perhaps most proud of, or I guess most excited to have, are as follows. The normal Hell Cow here in the lower right, that was my first one. And that was the avatar that I used throughout the first part of the game. I just always used this Hell Cow avatar. That was the first one I got. I'm really excited about this this Apocalypse one. This is from a bundle very early on in the life cycle of Marvel Snap. Not a lot of people have this, and I have an Infinity. I like my Comedy Shocker. If you guys don't know this particular variant, it was like a one-day thing. Yeah, the very first whale bundle. I bought it to get over the threshold of collector's tokens, and I'll actually come back to that because I don't normally buy bundles, but I bought that one because I needed to do it. The Shocker he's driving the car. It's hilarious. Yeah, Pixel Cow. Like, why not? And then I really like this. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Max Greeky. These are very fun. And then I've got a handful of just you can't get them anymore / what do they call it? Spotlight borders. So, for those who do not know, correct. Yeah, sure, I'll buy it. That's you'd be lying to me to my face, and I would believe it. Are they called collector's tokens? We'll call them collector's tokens. I don't know if I'm even calling them the right thing, but that currency did not exist at the beginning of Marvel Snap. You accumulated cards. You also didn't have Series 4 or 5. It was just Series 1 through 3. I think we called them Pool 1 through 3 at that time. And they were rolling out the collector's token system. And the way that they structured it, for better or worse, is the day that they arrive, and they gave you notice about all of this, by the way. This is relevant to the story. On the day, the changeover day, you would receive collector's tokens in one of 3 amounts. You'd either get like 1,000 or 3,000 or 6,000, something like that. It might have been 1,610. I don't quite remember the numbers. And how it was determined what you got. That was a terrible sentence. The variable that determined what amount of credits that you would get was your collection level. They gave the minimum to the people of a low collection level, a medium amount to people of a medium collection level, and a lot amount to the people of a lot collection level. And at the time, I was just under the threshold for that first step. If I had not bought that whale bundle, it might have been $50 or $100, $80, I don't remember. If I had not bought that, I would not have had enough credits to receive the second tranche of collector's tokens, which was a meaningful amount. It allowed me to buy Galactus like day one, and I played Galactus for months. And that's why I bought that. I don't really play discard. I don't like discard that much, but I bought that bundle because it had enough credits or whatever to get me over that threshold. And then I put the Infinity thing on it, and you just do not see a lot. It's not even that attractive, but you do not see a lot of people with it. That said, we're using the Shadow King one because that's the one we just got ourselves. Let's actually pick up... I completed that mission. Cool. Cool. Do I also have the ability to open the collector's thing? Oh, it's over here. I play on my phone 99% of the time. Unlock chest, win matches. I don't... Looks like I don't have it. All right, let's keep it going. Another Infinity Conquest. Here we go. I, too, bought Galactus, and my first time getting Infinite was the Galactus test I made for Nectar. It was the thing I knew about. It was also on Plunder Castle Hot Location Day. Well, congratulations to you. I played Galactus for a very long time, and I wouldn't say it even went that well. It was so fun in those early days when nobody had it or was expecting it. But it's the cube equity of it is just doo-doo. I kind of like... This is a weird decision to make. I kind of like, I guess, Ghost Spider's more utility. We'll do this. Yeah, so Galactus is a super special place in my heart, but I don't think it's a very good deck most of the time because the cube equity for it is very low. It's different for Conquest and all that, but I had such a blast with it. I have a God Split for it. I just love that card. Opponent plays nothing turn 1 and 2. They are in an infinite 20k thing. Ah, see, I should have kept my Deadpool. Oopsie daisies. Oh, and Kyera, I'm not gonna snap here, I don't think. But Kyera, actually this works. Kyera Atuma is a cool little combo. As is Ghost Spider Kyera for getting Vormir. I believe, and I'll look very stupid if I'm wrong, I played a card into Vormir, and it survived, but that does trigger Vormir. It's not like it's waiting for you to... waiting for you to actually have a card die. It just triggers when it triggers. So I'm just going to guess that this is a Mr. Negative deck, and I'm trying to think if Dr. Octopus is clever. I guess we'll do this, and if they play they play nothing. I like snapping here, but I'm kind of scared. Do I snap here? Yeah, we're snapping here. It's ticket number 1. He's played nothing the first 4 turns. If we lose, we lose. We just need to get through the 9 friggin' tickets. I got to start thinking in these terms. I would have so if it's negative, I would have guessed he would have played that in Black Vortex. Oh, I just pulled the negative? What is going on? Did he just play? There's no way that he played Jane Foster. Okay.
I am Iron Man.
Folks, he picks up Super Scroll. God, he's so smart and talented. Well, I can't play anything more on the left unless it's an actual 6-drop. I guess I do this. No, because... No, this is not going to do anything. I guess this. I guess this is the play. I guess this is the play.
mystery intrigues me.
Tribunal, huh? Okay, well, that's no problem. Because Super Scroll's really cool. Actually, I guess we just do this. Oh no, the lair. Oh, I feel so stupid. I knew I was needed to play around that too. Well, is that enough? Yeah. Oh, that's so dumb. That's one for the clip. Oh, I feel so dumb. A reason I did it in that location and not this location here is because I would get more power from the Iron Man. But of course, that's a moot point whenever it turns into the symbiote. Whoops. Very happy that that happened on the first game and not the fifth game. The first match and not the fifth match. Now, that said, this is a little hard to play, like, playing against these decks, and playing these decks for that matter. It's weird. It's weird because, oh, Rogue is a really good card. I'm going to snap again. And the reason I'm going to snap, oh, and Red Guardian is really cool too. And the reason I'm doing these things, a little fast and loose, is because it's the first match. Now, that said, Rogue and Red Guardian are enormously powerful against this kind of deck. So, yeah. I don't like playing Doom here. However, I certainly can't play it right. And if I play it mid, I'm in danger of filling up, and I can't necessarily turn off his other things here. So, we're doing this. What is this? What is this? Is that going to be magic? Yeah. Doom is a really cool card. Dr. Doom, that is. Now, the thing is, Dr. Doom, you begin to run into board space with 7 turns. If I had Legion in my hand, I would be much more inclined to play card. However, if I play Killmonger here, I've got another bot, and you can kind of fill up. I guess... I'm going to give myself 1 turn of nothing. Is that right? 3? If I had Legion in hand, I would never do this. And with any luck, that's not Jane Foster. We'd like to see a naked Iron Man there, but if it's a... oh. Okay, I like the Galactic here. What's important is I want to keep priority, unless, of course, he plays Jane Foster here, in which case it is what it is. I guess Onslaught... I guess we want to... A likely thing for him to do is to have Onslaught and Red Guardian it that. This is hedging my bets in a way that is maybe wrong, but I think that a likely play for them is Onslaught left, and then this paints him into a bit of a corner. What I don't want is that to not be Onslaught and also the Doombot go left. Okay, that's good.
Behold my mighty hand.
And what I can also do here, when I'm going to have priority, I'm going to take his Onslaught here, which is probably going to neuter his power output enough for me to get over the top. Question is, do I want to also Mockingbird here? Like, I could Mockingbird Saber, which would add 12 to the right, but it would fail to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that I'd want just the 1 card. Again, this is Infinity Conquest 1. I really need to calm down. I need to get through 9 tickets. This is not about winning so much as getting through 9 tickets, and I need to stop thinking so agonizingly. Now, that said, hit negative, I think, on 4, and so this is natural draws could cook me here. But stealing this onslaught is going to be nice. It would be nice if I had a Doombot in that lane. I don't. But, oh, he just didn't have it. That'll work. That'll work. I'm so happy that I won an Infinity Conquest on stream. Glad you guys are here for that. Glad you guys are here for that. Once again, we have no Legion. Legion is really... I've not shown my Legion either. Oh, Mr. Martin! For those of you not following along, I did a thing. I accomplished a thing earlier on this stream, and it was something I had not done before, and I'm particularly proud of myself. Now, Doom 2099 on turn 3 is the bee's knees, but I'm a little scared of the negative of it all. Negative of it all. I'm snapping because their deck is also inconsistent, and it's often correct to snap in the situation you make that. So, Helkin, for reference, I won the Infinity Conquest. I think you were here for that. But in the chat is my father, who, bless him, does not know a thing about Marvel Snap other than just what I say out loud. So it's like, I'm not going to like, oh, I won this Infinity Conquest. He's not going to know the significance of that other than, like, it's cool. I'm so happy I did it. And that's all he'll need, just as a supportive father, to be like, hey, he did a cool thing, good for him. And it's funny, my dad is on the East Coast time, so it's well past his bedtime. Alright, so I got some choices here. Lady Deathstrike doesn't feel good anywhere. Eliath could be good, but I kind of like Eliath next turn. Where is my opponent most likely to put a Sarah? I guess Sarah's the thing that I don't like to see. I guess this gives me the most options. There's an argument to Juggernauting here, but I'm going to try and snipe something with Eliath right now. I guess I could have seen that coming. Now, this is one of those cases where it might very well be correct to play multiple cards. But I don't know that to be true for sure. No, it might be, but I really like what, I don't have a ton of other good, options here. And yeah, Mr. Martin, for reference, like, how many people do we have in the chat right now? We have... Shoot, where did my windows go? Where did my windows go? 5 people in chat, so we have my father and like 4 people that I know in real life. Or 3 people I know in real life in Helkin. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Ah, Juggernaut does nothing. Awesome.
I am Iron Man. I am.
Was that gore? We have a free gore on. Oh, I see. Okay, that could do it, but also could not do it. Yep. All right. That's all we need to do, folks. Yeah, so every game here, my opponent has had, I think, Mr. Negative on 3 or 4, and that feels bad. But even that isn't consistent enough for him to get over the top. Like, he just had most of the things go well. He had Sarah on 5. It just wasn't enough. Negative decks are enormously frustrating to play and play against in Conquest. And I got Doom 2099 in hand. We're just gonna snap here. The reason that we're gonna snap here is okay. Again, it's because it's Infinity 1. We just need to burn through our tickets. I'm not gonna play Aranya yet. Probably gonna be able to play it next turn. Well, and Mr. Martin, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. I got your voicemail. I still want to hear the Nate Bargatze and other story. I forget the... now, Nidavellir. This is kind of good to know because... Be aware of. Actually, maybe want to play around you there. My opponent, playing a Tribunal deck, is going to play his most important cards in Nidavellir. And I would very much like to have priority to Eliath an important turn. I'm actually not going to play the Aranya there because I do not want it to fill up the lane. But what I'm expecting to see is a negative this turn and like some other useful cards in his hand. But if I'm able to pull off an Eliath at the right turn, he will just be cooked. Galactus, that's funny. Now, notably, if I'm playing one card a turn, that really makes Black Vortex awful. Oh, you know what? I can actually move that over. Well, does that maybe hurts me more than it hurts him? We'll do this. I'm going to move the Galacta. Yep, there's that Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Priority is maybe going to be a bit dicey. I might just be cooked here. I'm pending some miracle on... what is the word I'm looking for? Miracle on... well, what is that? Super Scroll? Oh, magic. No, that's it. This is it. This is my last opportunity to make this work. Hopefully I snipe something big here. I think it's maybe just going to be a Naked Sarah. Historically, that's what it is. We'll see. Good luck to everybody. Oh, it didn't work. That makes sense they didn't play the Sarah there. Well, I'm probably a little cooked here. Doom is cool. I'm going to be very strong in all three lanes, but it's not going to be able to compete with... The fact that he didn't play Sarah on Nidavellir means that he was holding like some other gigantic cards. And so what's going to happen here, almost certainly, is I'm going to be... Actually, I guess this is what I want to do for like the most part. I need to win 2 lanes. I'm not going to be able to do that. I can try something like... Man-Thing to shrink down what he's cooking in Nidavellir. No, it just has to be this, and I just lose. This is a weird situation where like I know exactly what's gonna... Oh, actually! This, perhaps. This list looks dumb. And I'm killing a 17-power Eliath, but I think this is what I have to do. And hope that my Doombot goes middle, and it's enough to get over the top in the right and middle lanes. But yeah, it's tough. Not sniping his Iron Man was like was hard, and he's going to add a ton of power anyway here, which is probably enough to get him bigger than me on the right. Yeah. Yeah, there was no winning that. I, oddly enough, played to my outs. But that's funny that that played out like it did. If I had not done that play with the Misery at the end, he would have had a trillion power in all the lanes. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes the Tribunal decks get lucky when you don't. If that had not been Nidavellir, by the way, I think I would have been able to win that game somewhat handedly. But it was. The Arisham giveth, and the Arisham taketh away. Iron Lad, that's right. Okay, so... I don't think I want to do... I could do this, maybe. This is probably correct. This is a weird game with these locations. That favors him. Do I want to roll the Sinister London dice? Do I want to... I think we do this. Was that magic? Okay, well that's cool. We got some extra value. The full meal deal. Feel like I get some Adam Warlock value. Now, do I think I can snipe a Mr. Negative here? If I'm him and playing Mr. Negative, I guess it's probably going to be middle. Or do I want to try and lock it up later? I think that's too much of a risk to just try and naked do it in the middle. Because I can get, with Tribunal specifically, I can get a ton of value doing it later in the game. Yeah, well now it looks stupid that I didn't Alioth middle, but I think that broadly I'm in an okay position. Would very much like... oh, Magneto's pretty cool. Would very much like... what is the word I'm looking for? Legion. Very much like Legion to happen. If he Sarah's on the right lane, which is what I'm expecting, Magneto kind of locks this stuff up. Oh. My man is fully committed to the right lane for his shenanigans. Okay, Moon Knight loses what for whom? Actually did not have any. That's funny. I did not have any even cards. We do this. With Tribunal, how this broadly works is you need to get big in 2 lanes. It does not matter if you win in 3 lanes. You need to win in 2 lanes. And I think that this is as big as I can get in the right lane, and then I can try and get extra big on the... in probably mid. My own onslaught, why not? So this ultimately comes down to, I think, how much he drew of his negative cards. He drew on turns 5. Did he get it out early? No, if he drew on turns 5, 6, and 7, he drew 0 cost cards. So the question is he going to stack all this stuff up left or stack it on top of Tribunal? I think he stacks it up on top of Tribunal, personally, and I just go for as big as I can here. And then I guess this, why not, for the most. This really ultimately doesn't not matter that much. Maybe he's stream sniping. That does very dubious to play those cards over there. That said, I look forward to the day... Oh, no. Jubilee makes more sense. I look forward to the day when I get stream sniped. Uh-oh. Onslaught might do it for me. That's not enough power, right? I can't get bigger than 35 and 39. Yeah, we're good. He should not have Jubileed first. I think he might have cooked himself. He might have won... if he had Iron Manned first, and then Jubilee would have... Or wait, did I have that right? Did he... Yeah, I think Jubilee turned into a Mystique that did nothing. Do I have that right? I don't know. Sorry, yeah, Iron Man first, and then... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. We're down to the wire. Man, this is the longest, intensest Infinity 1 ever. I don't like doing this with Infinity 1. Yeah, he did get his order wrong. And also, hello, Morris QPR. I thought I'd get it wrong, but I am now reaching this point in the evening and the stream where, like, I'm not able to think human thoughts in the way that, you know, you like to be able to do. Well, I don't think my opponent is, like... Well, I guess he's 20,000. In Infinity Conquest, you can make no assumptions about their ability. It's the matchmaking is all over the place. Oh, Rocket and Groot, welcome to the party. That's a fun card in a negative situation. Let's see. What is my best draw here? Oh, Galacta's pretty good. What lane for Galacta? He opines out loud. I guess probably this. He's not likely to build that big on the middle, which means I need to get big elsewhere. Is this negative? Here's negative. Better lucky than good. Where is my Legion? Don't have Goliath, don't have Legion. I'm just trying to go as tall as I can against Mr. I always have negative on 4. Oh, he's playing on Wakanda Embassy. Into Rocket and Groot. What's that about? Ah, no. Bang. Let's see. I'm guessing the most likely, thing would be an onslaught in the right lane. Just trying to think of how I could play around. You kind of have to get as tall as you can in the 2 lanes. Oh, a couple of rocket group shots. That's cool.
Behold my mighty hand.
That's not ideal. Question is, where do I need to, where's Rocket and Groot going to do the most, you know? Maybe, I guess I'm playing around Tribunal. Maybe he doesn't have Tribunal. And I need to get big in a couple of lanes. He's only got 2 cards left in his deck. Just really, like, whether he has... This kind of comes down to playing around stuff. Whether he's got Tribunal in hand or not is very meaningful. I think we're going to do this. And if we lose, we lose.
The mystery.
Here's Tribunal. Feel dumb about playing around
I am.
these 2 lanes. Is that enough? That's not enough. Hell yeah!
Victory.
We did it, folks. After that hilarious blunder in that first game, filling up the symbiote location, we pulled it out. God, this is going to take 100 years to get through all these tickets. I think he's just Goliath pilled. I Goliath that guy every step of the way, and, you know, he's just... it would be a logical thing for me to Alioth right and ruin him. But that said, did it maybe even lose to pass? Now, I mean, I guess it's hard to do a lot of math. I'm not, like, throwing shade. But, like, it is genuinely, when you play Tribunal, it can be a little bit daunting to do all of that math to figure out the exact number. That said, I think that might have lost to pass. And if he knew that it lost to pass, he should have certainly played right, because that was his only way to win. Separately, Mr. Yes, have a good evening, Mr. Martin. Morris, what brings you here? I'm not a very discoverable guy. Did you find me on the Binks channel? Are you just browsing through Marvel Snap? Do I know you in real life? I'm just curious how you found me. Or you don't have to tell me, of course, but I'm just curious. Keeping it going. Ah, yeah, glad to have you. Glad to have you. I look forward to my next one with Binks. Hopefully he has me on again soon. Okay, so I grab my opponent's wave. My opponent has a very small collection level. My opponent is not in a clan. To speed this up, I'm snapping. Like, is this dumb? Could be. You know, my opponent, I'm going to be able to get Doom 99 on turn 3. My opponent has a low collection level. But most importantly, I just need to get to this show on the road. Yeah, that's kind of... I don't think that's entirely wrong, honestly. You get Doom 2099, you're going to play it on turn 4. If you have no additional variables, you're beating your opponent with an Arashim deck. That's Alioth for days. Now, there's a real argument to me playing Alioth here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play my Doom. But that said, it would be funny to Alioth my opponent yet again. Just Alioth all day long. Guessing my opponent is running some kind of surfer situation. Would love to see Dr. Doom. I was going to say that said I'm going to fill up on location. Not a problem, because I'm about to do Nocturne. God, I'd snap again if I could. This is great. I'm able to guarantee that Dr. Doom's going to get maximum value. I'm getting my 6, although I'm probably not going to play my 0 drop 6 cost. Can I make that work? Maybe last turn Doom into I think I want to do this to reduce his value. I could do something cheeky like move the Nocturne and then double Doom here, but I don't think that I think that this is probably just better. And I don't want to move that yet, even though he might get a draw here. And it's possible that Nocturne screws me up, you know, and what is it? What am I looking for here? The location that this turns into becomes like World Ship or something. And hello, YouTube, if this turns into World Ship right now. I'm fine with this. If my opponent, you know, if they go tall, mid, and right and get over the top of me with all of this stuff, I respect it. And critically, I just need to get these tickets burnt. Yeah, I think this is just the play. Now, we very much like the Doom bot to go in the right lane, but is he even going to be able to get over the top of this? Oh, well. Danger room. Danger room and all that. Had the wolf lived... How big was that wolf? Is that in the information? I don't... It was large. It got galacted. And it would have ended up middle. Question is, would it have been big enough to tie the raft? I don't know. I don't see how big it was when it came out. But we take those. Oh, guys, I'm so happy I won an Infinity Conquest on stream. That's personal. Morris, thank you for hanging out. It was 5 when it came down. Okay, so let's think about that. 5 when it came down. It would have gone to... Yeah, I think I would have still won, even if that didn't turn into a thing that benefited him. Oh, there's my own werewolf by night. Why not? There's an argument, I think, to me snapping here, getting a couple of Galactus down. Oh, he wins spin by 1. Oh, well, okay. I'll trust you. I am not doing the math. I am starting to fray at the edges a little bit here. Oh, I got my bubble water. Wave, you say? What is that? Is he playing Galactus? I'm now scared. Well, I'm not going to get Galactus. Oh, and then the Surfer gets it, of course. Yes, of course. Oh, Wave's there. Okay, well, sure. He's going to be able to play a lot of his cards. That is true. Danger Room, yeah. Speaking as somebody that's lost more games to Danger Room than has won games to Danger Room, I would not be surprised if they had not seeded the RNG properly. So this is less power than playing at middle, but I would like another Doom.
Doom rules all.
I guess I get an 8 power Doom, so that's nice. Oh, awesome. Tell me about the hot cocoa. Did you make it from a mix? Did you pour, like, chocolate and stuff in it? Now, the question is, do I want to maximize my Galacta buffs? I think that probably this is the play. Like, the most power across all 3 lanes is this. You get both Galacta buffs, but I would very much like to win Baxter building and not have to worry about it. So, this might... Oh, I should have snapped earlier. I'm not even paying attention. I forgot that I had my opponent down to 2 cubes. Like, this is wrong to let him get this far in the game for free. Danger Room is a menace! Also, hello, Double Net. Oh, God. Every card in the book.
Doom rules all.
Werewolf by Knife about to pop off. Well, I don't need to get any bigger in the left lane. I got that on lockdown. I think I can win this. How big can he get? Right.
I want the throne.
Yeah, I feel like I got it. All right.
Victory.
Man, we're marching along. Have not dropped one. I think actually that's what we're going to do. In terms of the length of the stream, I think we are going to continue going until I lose. Which could be this one, could be 100 from now. Yeah, Infinity Conquest matchmaking is rough. And not for nothing, but it is borderline unethical for people like me who are very good at this mode and have more borders than they could ever want and virtually every card in the game to be queuing in this and just stomping on people. Just denying wins. It's... I would say my moral compass isn't configured in that way that it's really keeping me up at night, but I recognize that maybe there's better ways to spend my time and energy. And actually, while we're here, because it's fun, I am up to 22,520 medals. We're going to buy some boosters. Yes, I agree. Speaking as somebody that plays a lot of silver, gold, and proving grounds, where I think matchmaking is tighter, I frequently wait more than 5 minutes for a single match, and it's infuriating. And they, for engagement, just people enjoying and let alone engaging the game, they need Infinity and Gold to be fast. I agree with your point. I simultaneously recognize how unethical my behavior might be, but I wouldn't change the system to prevent people like me from doing this, unless they have an influx of players, which, you know, we'd like to see, but they need to start making some additional decisions. All right, buy some boosters. Celine, great. What we're looking for here, by the way, is nothing specific, but I'm not going to buy anything else. I do not need any more tickets. Just for funsies, let's see how many America Chavez boosters I have right now. Whatever number you think I have of America Chavez boosters, you are wrong. Okay, 40K, that's a lot. I don't think I have 40K, but it's a lot. Morris, whenever we see a draft mode or whatever we're going to call that, or some kind of auto battler, if it's executed well, that's going to be so cool. That said, I don't know what kind of resources they're throwing at that, and I'll believe it when I see it, but it's hot business if they figure it out. All right, what am I? America Chavez, what is she, 2-3? That went right past her? Where? What? Oh, she's a 1-drop now. Oh, that's right. I need to be better. Need to be better, folks. America Chavez, I have 5,900 boosters. I can upgrade America Chavez. What is it, about 40 times? I could upgrade her 40 times? And I imagine most of you know, but America Chavez used to be a completely different card. And I ran it in every deck. And then they changed it to what it is now, and you're like, why would he have 5,900 boosters on this? It's because she was a different card. And my number on Arisham, that is a good question. Scroll down to the very bottom here, or actually I'll just... I got very lucky. I've only split him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and I got this God split. This is a bunch. I have 2,300 Arisham boosters, which I imagine is more than most people. Dare I say all people? I am not sure, but it is a lot of boosters. Grip Smoke, I bet your Snap stream layout is immediately 100 times better than mine. I set mine up on the first day, and I thought to myself, I'll improve this later. If this is successful, I'll get one of those things with the buttons that play sounds and change layouts. You know, Binks' all cool stuff, and Dexter, the animations and stuff, and I just never got on it. So I will, perhaps, but I also need a fancy light. Yours is perfect as you can get without chopping up the Snap UI. I don't disagree. I appreciate the remark, because yeah, it's Snap, as I said. For those of you who do not know, my good friend Grip Smoke Tecmo, he has been streaming a lot longer than I have. He streams Tecmo Super Bowl, and does this, as I do, kind of recreationally for fun, but has so many more skills in this area than I do. I'm very new at this. And so he asked about streaming Snap and what I do, and I told him, as I will tell you, that Marvel Snap presents its information in a weird way that's very hard to be efficient in a layout for viewing. You have another set of exciting news for me. I'm very excited to hear this exciting news. Excuse me, folks, as we wait with bated breath. Oh, the point is, yeah, we were shopping for boosters. Let me complete some quests here. We moved our cards. That's cool. Go back to the Conquest store. Oh, you got your email address? You got your email address? You back up on Grip Smoke? Are you going to be able, like, are you going to lose your viewership? How are you, can you transfer the name? Anyway, as we're talking, that's so funny. Excite.com. I remember. Anyway, the moral of the story is I'm certainly not buying any Infinity tickets. I'm going to have trouble getting through the ones. I'm not buying gold tickets. I'm not buying silver. And I ain't buying America Chavez boosters. So the only thing that is buyable, and kind of why I do this, is I accumulate a ton of random boosters for cards that maybe get buffed later. I decide I want to play. Lady Deathstrike is a perfect example of a card that I had not played a lot. I love her now in Arisham, and I wanted to upgrade her a bunch of times, and I was able to do so because I got lucky previously buying these boosters. What's super cool that you're able to get your... What were the other... We had Excite. I liked Excite. There was Yahoo. There was... there's Prodigy and CompuServe and America Online, which were the providers. But like Excite, these are search engines for those who are not old. Before Google, your one-stop shopping for the internet was your other search engine, which also offered you your email service. And there's a handful of competitors. You had Excite, you had Yahoo. People also used American Online, Prodigy, and CompuServe. But there was a couple more I can't think of. One started with an A and 2 words, I think. I don't know. I used Excite and I used Yahoo. All right, more boosters. And the things we do not want to see are the ones that are weird. Like, for example, America Chavez, do not need to see it. There's more cards than not. These boosters are absolutely worthless for me. That's decent. High Evo, sure. Carnage, sure. I have a pretty rare Carnage variant that most people do not have, so maybe. Man Thing. I do not have... I got Man Thing fairly recently. That's very cool to see. So, are there people that snipe streamers' names that go dormant? Probably. You would know more than you. I guess maybe you're asking TJ. I have to think that that's somewhat lucrative if you're able to snap one up. Vision, sure. Hella, I need those. This is going pretty well. The rest of these, because again, more boosters than not are worthless. The fact that I've gotten half a dozen here that are sort of worthwhile is very, very lucky. So the rest of these... Oh, that's awesome! Gore the God. I do not have a lot of Gore and probably want to send some upgrades his way. You guys are lucky. You guys are bringing the luck for me. Thank you. Blade, who cares? The Hood. I already have a ton of those. Brood, sure. Hulkbuster, great. Sunspot, I already have a trillion. And a God Split on Sunspot, so like that's worthless. Crystal, this is a perfect thing because I'm not playing Crystal, but they'll probably buffer at some point, and I will be ahead of the curve. Destroyer, sure. Jubilee, sure. Yeah, these are decent. What often happens is I'll just get Mantis, great. CF, great or great. Or Buffer, great. I'll get ones like Orisham or America Chavez that are like less than worthless because I'm not ever going to use them. These, there's many that I very well might use, and so that's decent. Gamora, that is bad because I have a lot of Gamora and that's not a great card. Falcon, sure. We're just going to use them all because I will get more. And Uatu the Watcher, my secret pre-nerf Orisham tech. And last but not least, let's call it Angela. Don't need it. So there were some misses there, but more hits than misses is huge. All right, we're back in it. Once again, we've already won one here on the stream, which is awesome. And the rest of it is all gravy. I could go lose, and I'm totally fine with it. As long as we're playing, okay. And in fact, not to sound like a broken record, but when you are playing Orisham, you brick. More often than you might otherwise think. When you are playing against Orisham, and they always have it, let me tell you from experience, sometimes you queue into Conquest against an opponent who's not very good, and you just lose, because you never draw anything. And it's much more likely that that happens in an Orisham situation than not. Alright, so my opponent, running discard. Ghost and Alliance don't play nice together. I could play Maximus, that actually might screw him up at the last turn, possibly. Separately, this is just some opining for oh, that's cool. Conquest generally. There's the meta, which people want to be in the bleeding edge of, and as I say right now, my deck I don't think is very meta. You will always see in Conquest some discard. It's just always there, no matter the meta. I think it's because people have those cards, generally. And you will see... Discarding Swarm, great. You will see Destroy. No matter the meta, you will see Destroy and you will see Discard. Sometimes. Not all the times, of course. And why that's relevant... Do I want a Galacta now? I think I do. Is for running tech cards. You never want to be in a position where if you queue it to discard, you lose. And that can happen. All right, so I'm going to comfortably play this. I'm certainly not snapping. I'm certainly not retreating, but I'm going to turn off Mount Vesuvius so I can get out next turn. Now I've got Red Guardian in my deck. I've got Lady Deathstrike in my deck. These things will allow me to get over the top of Morag, but I don't have any of them in my hand. All right, so MODOK, he has a Scorn in his hand. Proxima Midnight coming down. Like, I'm probably getting out of this game because he's got tons of swarms. He's going to play anything he wants. I am, Apocalypse. Yeah, my opponent has kind of got the nuts here. I don't even know what I could draw that would allow me to stay competitive in this game here. He can play, he's got free swarms. He's got Scorn. Yeah, I am leaving this game, but I have valuable information for what my opponent is playing. I don't mind playing against discard. They have virtually no counterplay. But if you do not find a way to deal with Dracula, you frequently lose. So it's a double-edged sword. This is so cool. You guys hanging out for my evening stream. I really appreciate it. Oh, I mean, I've told Luxie. This is unrelated to anything. There is an animated show that completely went under the radar. It ran for 2 seasons, and I never heard of it. And that's meaningful because I know everything about like adult animation. And I watched every episode over the course of a couple of days, and I can't stop thinking about it. It might be one of my top 10 shows that I have ever seen. It's certainly one of my top few in the past couple of years. It's really, really special. It's called even accounting for hentai. Yes, which I have a mastery of. The show is called Pantheon, and the first season just hit Netflix a month ago. And I'd advise going in blind, and you don't quite know where the show is going to go. And it's really, really, really special. I really, really, really liked it. Really, really liked it. I can't stop proselytizing about it. Oh, that's it. Notably, my opponent. Oh, actually, that's my meek. That's weird. He got a meek from me. I was going to say that my opponent has the Venom card back, which means he's been playing for a very long time. But of course, that was my card. All right, my opponent snaps. They've got a couple of meeks. I think I just leave here. My hand is bad, but I can hold out for a very good hand. I have no way in my hand to deal with the Dracula or anything. Yeah, it's... yeah, no one has. The game would break. The code is not set up to handle 2 meeks in one game. But yeah, Pantheon is sick. I love that it exists. It has huge names in it, too. Not even famous voice actors. Famous actors. They're all very good. Actors are often not good in animated stuff. But these ones are. These guys brought their A game. It's an unbelievable piece of content. AMC did the world's worst job of marketing it. And often whenever I don't hear about anything until years after it came out, that's some indication of quality, right? If it was good, I would have heard about it. Pantheon is a rare exception. Okay, so they play Blade on Murder World. That's interesting. I guess they figure out they'll fill up on Swarms later. Yeah, like, my hands are not bad here. Certainly, these are decent cards, but I can't play anything until this turn, and it's not doing very much. Like, I don't think I can afford to save... you'd like to save the Killmonger for a meek, of course, but... I can't just not play anything. I can see Onslaught go away. That's just going to hit my Doom, though. Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, AMC makes amazing content. Like, some of the best things I have seen are on AMC, and it's just not there. All right, yeah, leave it again. This is the thing. My opponent is grinding me to dust because I can't draw shit, and they're getting pretty good draws every time. It's just the nature of Arshan. But also, by virtue of how Conquest works, I'm just biding my time, hopefully not losing a ton of cubes, and then I come back over the top with a surprise Lady Deathstrike or Red Guardian and take it for 7 cubes. But that doesn't work if I get ground down to 2 cubes before that happens once. This is a little awkward. Viper, Killmonger, Quicksilver. Not the best combination of cards to have. I'm going to play Quicksilver, even though I'm going to maybe kill it later, because I need to get my hand size down. I guess... Sure. This is Mobius? Morbius? Yes, Morbius. That's a funny card. Well, next turn I can do, like, Cable Viper. That's kind of funny. I do Cable Viper next turn, and I have a 6 cost that I can copy on Cloning Vats. That's an option. I guess we do this. Guess we do this. I'm still, like, not in a good position. They can get very surgical and beat me, but this is an amusing... Oh, so they don't have Dracula. That's good to know. This is just an amusing set of circumstances here. I'm not leaving this time, because I'm going to get a free 6-drop that presumably I can make in Cloning Vats. Because I want a Cable and Cloning Vats. Kind of filling up on space here. I think I can do that. Have yourself a squirrel there. So now, making copies of Copycat, with... They're copies of Apocalypse, excuse me, with a copycat of Dracula is actually a fairly compelling thing here. How do I want to do this? I guess I want a copy of that. We make the Apocalypse first, which puts it in the hand. Then we're gonna Moon Knight and hope that it eats the Apocalypse, or Doom for that matter. I guess what? I'm gonna have 2 cards. Question is, do I play the Moon Knight? And if so, do I play it in the right or the middle or the left? I think here, because I actually don't want a copy of it in my hand. So I think we do this. This is a very weird game. So I'd like to see the Doom go away, I guess? Apocalypse went away. I really don't know what to do here. No, Orca is actually a pretty good drop here. Oh, Patriot rules. Patriot rules. Patriot is so funny from the jump. I'm going to snap again here. I very well might be, like, cooked, completely cooked, but I am done playing this game. I don't want to, like, I can't leave. So I can never get bigger there. I think that this is the play. I think this is the play. Right? I could do something like this, but then I run the risk of... I'm just throwing right. Yeah, I very well might lose here. Very well probably will lose here. But this is simply the best play I could do, and I'm already in it for enough.
You won't need this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I can get big enough in the left lane, which is... Oh, certainly not discarding that card. Ah, well. Well, you know what? I still have the energy. I think I will keep going, if you guys are interested in continuing to watch. Because, as I said, I still have 8 friggin' tickets to go through. Alright, well, let's clear some alliance missions. Oh, we got that one done. That's nice. We're already at the weekly goal, which is awesome. We don't often do that in my alliance, so it's cool that we got that going on. Grab those missions. Thank you very much. And we'll keep it going. With this ticket. Yeah, Patriot is so good. The performances, I mean, everything is really good in the show, but the congressman brother, that's just such a fun performance and character, and I mean, everything is great, but I've never seen like that kind of exact rendering before. I really liked it. Let's see, my opponent. See, my opponent's, like, they're not, this is a bummer. I mean, I might lose to them, of course, but, like, they are not very favored. Opponent has M'Baku. Are they running... I'm so confused. My opponent has M'Baku in their deck, and they're running a regular deck. Yeah, he's in Severance, and the character he plays is, like, not terribly... It is a similar demeanor. I think that that actor might not have a ton of notes. My opponent plays Naked Hulkbuster. I have no idea what's happening right now. None. I guess we'll... I don't even know... I don't think that I'm going to be able to compete for White Hot Room, but I'll put that there just in case. I mean, I don't think... I mean, first of all, I don't think a bot would be called Satanist Rin. And I didn't clock how quick it loaded in. I have not seen definitive proof that there are bots in Conquest. I believe it's possible. A lot of people would probably tell you it's impossible, but I haven't seen it to say, like, yes, it happened this one time on this stream, and I can point to it and it's a bot. I don't know if that's true. I'll keep an eye out for this. Oh, they just retreated. I don't know what's happening.
Victory.
I'm very confused. They have Hulkbuster and M'Baku. Oh, it might be the kind of thing where they make a giant M'Baku and try and put it back in their deck. That's a weird deck to be able to run with a collection level that small. But that is a deck that exists. It's very funny. Alright, I wanted to play Baron Mordo. I guess not. It's gonna be funny if Mirror Dimension turns into Collapsed Mine. Oof. Actually, there's an argument to me not skipping. Patriot is a bunch of power. Patriot makes me big there, but I probably won't skip there. Maybe what we'll end up doing is running Galacta out into Mirror Dimension. Oh, hey, Angel. Good to see you. And if it turns into Collapsed Mine, then I leave it there, in that case, and try and get over the top of Patriot. We'll see. We'll see, everybody. That's it. That card back. Yeah. Could this be a bot? This might be a bot, everybody. Well, I'm gonna snap because if nothing else, I can Death Strike Death's Domain and win that way. Let's do a little something like this. Really don't want to just throw down a naked red card. I guess probably Spider-Ham is more interesting. Black Panther. Ah, well, now we're definitely going to win. I guess I have to be careful about just straight up Arnim Zola. Don't want to lose to some true shenanigans here. I don't think this is a bot, but Christ, I don't know, man. a little scared. I have no idea what's going on. The thing is, the most likely scenario, because they had Black Panther, you know, they make a big symbiote Spider-Man. I don't want to lose to a surprise Arnim Zola. I think I do this. I think this is, I mean, this is the most straightforward play. I'm trying to think of what he could play right that would, like, weirdly cook me. So I think we're just going to do this and hope for the best. He could try and do some... This could be a fake out. Like, this is the world's smartest 3700 collection level player. But we'll see. I'm just going to do this. Hope for the best. Most straightforward thing is him playing some kind of weird giant card. Oh, you know, he could play, like a Nimrod. Could have Nimrod coming as a likely thing for him to have, but this still beats that, I think. I don't know. I don't mind losing to this nonsense. I don't know if you've ever played fighting games competitively. It's funny to watch like some of the world's best fighting game players who are used to playing against the other world's best fighting game players. They play against people that are like competent but really have no idea what's happening. And they crush them because they just have no idea what to expect. Okay, Hulkbuster. What is... Uh-oh. Oh. Whew. The Ironheart almost got us there. Morris, if he had Nimrod surely play Shuri on Death's Domain, this opponent is demonstrating like a bunch of patterns that are unfathomable. But yeah, whenever you watch like a medium fighting game player play like the best fighting game player in the world, best fighting game player in the world, depending on the game and the mechanics and everything, they often flounder because like the timing is all wrong. They don't know what to expect, and like they will eventually, of course, overcome. But there's a point where it does not look normal. I have to be careful with Invisible Woman here because I want to have a lot of counterplay against what he's doing. This nonsense, and Invisible Woman prevents that from happening. Throw out Lizard. Yeah, exactly, bow and arrow pacing the alien is exactly that kind of thing. It's a perfect example. The thing here, in this situation particularly, with my opponent playing, you know, a deck that I absolutely should beat, you know, 100 times out of 100. If I lose, you know, it's very embarrassing and it feels bad, but, like, I don't need this in a way that maybe Satanist Rin does. And this is a human, and, like, they're trying their best with their weird collection level. This is the deck they were able to put together. They're using their Infinity ticket, and, like, they want to make it count. They get the medals, and if they beat me, great. Like, I celebrate that for them. It makes me look foolish, but ultimately, they need it a lot more than I do. Yeah, my read on this is not necessarily bought. It's more than just player does not have a very high collection level, and you got to make do with what you got. Hopefully it's not something terrible here. Cersei, great. All right. Kind of throw out a... I don't like legioning the other two lanes. I could legion Yggdrasil, but he's going to have more cards on the board than me. And I could do Hellfire Club, but I don't get the Galacta buff that way. War Machine? Okay. And I have no idea what the rest of his cards are. I've got 5 unknown cards. They could be anything. They could be anything. Like, I have no idea what's happening. Oh, like...
Wakanda forever!
What does that mean? So, like, he could have Infinite. If he plays Infinite, does that... Infinite left, does that beat me on Tiebreaker? I guess it does. So if I play this and he plays Infinite left, I lose. But can he... I guess well, that's overkill. I don't need to play the She-Hulk. I'm getting the Galacta buff, so that makes it up to 20. So I need to play just something that has 4 power. Swordmaster's mid stuff, right? Yep, you got there before I did, but that's the play. That is the play for sure. He can't activate Strong Guy, right? Like, what are we even doing? This is like watching a thriller where you don't know what's gonna happen. Almost forgot my my mana there. Yeah, this is the play. This is the play for sure. Don't know what we're about to see here. Like, folks, is this a bot? Or, you know, it could be like a human player that is like just running a bot. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Victory.
I don't hate it. This is fun content. And as I say, if a person brings this list and they end up okay, they're leaving. And they end up beating me, it's like, that's good for them. Good for them. That said, it worked out for me. All right, folks. I'm going to call it there. I am fading pretty fast. Yeah, rip Satan. Fading pretty fast. Gonna keep grabbing the missions. Love to finish in the top 3. Gar Saxon, absolutely a madman. But we're doing what we can to keep it up. Thank you, Luxy81. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm so happy to have done an Infinity Conquest on stream for you guys. Morris, thank you much for hanging out for the first time. That's awesome. Helkin, if you're still there. Rip Smoke, if you're still there. TJ, if you're still there. My dad, if you're still there. My dad has been asleep for a long time. What I'm going to do is, if I can figure it out, can't always figure it out, I'm going to raid somebody, but of course no pressure to hang out. All 6 of you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. We're going to make sure if we do somebody on Snap, same category here. Yeah, you guys are cooler. You got, sorry, the coolest. Yeah, we're going to give you the Schnurp. There, we're gonna raid Schnurp right now. Oh, a silent Foo Force. Good to see you, man. We just had the last of your cookies. We'll talk more about that later.
No, it's positive. It's not nightmare fuel. Come on. Nothing scary about that. Okay, so they have my Kyera.
Welcome, Raiders.
Oh, and thank you for the raid, Nate the Great.
Watch the show.
Martin.
Or watch the
Martine?
show.
Nate the Great. Martin. Or Martine. We're in here. Well, welcome in. How's it going? How is the stream? Hang on. I'm thinking really hard, so forgive me for a second. Okay, so I think annoyingly, oof. Okay. I'm just gonna do Cyclops mid, and I'm skipping because Bruce is gonna turn to a Hulk. Me, Herald of Galactus, Gerald of Halactus. Yes, oh my gosh, guys, he hulked out. You guys, he hulked out for the win. And thank you for the follow. Okay, I am not stressed out at all. Oh, and they retreat. We're in Infinity Conquest, game 1. Here we go. Yeah, we do have to specify Wandisimo. No one talking to you, blocking. Wait, what are you talking about, Wandisimo? Oh, I missed messages. But did my first on-stream Infinity avatar, so big day. Oh my god. What did you put your Infinity avatar on? What'd you get on your Infinity avatar? So congratulations. That's great. My favorite that I have so far is the Infinity Coal. That's my number 1. Knocking out the player with the Infinity border. Great start. Yeah, you know what? Does that mean, we'll see. No, I don't want to put my Infinity border here because I want to be able to put the Infinity border on my Namora. I don't want to mess up. But, favorite Marvel Snap card? Chimichanga. Pixel Shadow King. Yeah, don't stream much. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's Pixel Shadow King? Oh my god, incredible. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, my Infinity Whoops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. My Infinity avatar is